Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is Three Buck Theater here with the late breaking news scoop. Don't quite know what to think about this one, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I am confused. I am confused and I am frustrated, and I'm going to tell you why I'm both. Because right now, according to the Hollywood Reporter and picked up by several other outlets, the Obi-Wan series is now on hold as calls go out for new scripts. And this is just weird to me. This is weird because it doesn't make a lick of sense. It just doesn't make a lick of sense given all the other information that we've heard. So if you don't remember what happened the other day, let me just give you the quick TLDR. Reports came out from a website called Fandom Wire, a website that's known for pushing fake news like We Got This Covered, that said that the Obi-Wan series had been canceled or put on indefinite hold. Then that was refuted by apparently someone talking to Ewan McGregor's reps that said everything was still on. No word from Lucasfilm, no call from it whatsoever. Then we heard that it's potential that the Australian fires are actually causing a problem for the show. The reason why it's being delayed is because they planned on filming some of it in Australia, and now the location has changed and or having issues with the location, and so we don't quite know what's going to be happening with that. And I mean, there's been so many other things that have been said about this damn show over the course of the past couple days that it's just a whirlwind of information, and none of it makes a fair amount of sense. So let's take a quick look here at what they're saying, because I kind of have some other information that I want to say almost blows this out of the water. But Boris Kitt is the author here, and this is Hollywood Reporter. This isn't like We Got This Covered or Fandom Wire. These guys got sources, so the likelihood of this being a thing may actually be real. But before we dive into it too, there was another thing I heard of as well. This came from Jason Ward through Den of Nerds, who had said that the reason why the show was getting canceled was not the show was getting canceled, is that they were working on a feature film and that the Obi-Wan movie was going to be the 2022 film. That's what he says. This again entirely blows that out of the water. So the question becomes, what do you believe? So let's see here. All right. So Ewan McGregor and director Deborah Chow remain attached to the Disney Plus project. Disney Plus and Lucasfilm Star Wars series centered on Obi-Wan Kenobi has been put on hold as the companies attempt a retooling. Multiple sources tell The Hollywood Reporter. The series, which sees Ewan McGregor reprise his role as a famed Jedi Knight, was in the throes of pre-production. It had Hussein Amini writing and director Deborah Chow, who became the first ever Star Wars director thanks to her work on The Mandalorian. Sources say that the show was even screen testing actors opposite McGregor. There's a report that they were looking for a young Luke Skywalker, which I really hope that wasn't true. Now, sources tell Hollywood Reporter that the scripts, only 2 were written, and the story became an issue and that the entire package has been jettisoned. Lucasfilm is now on the hunt for a new writer to pen the series. At the same time, sources say the series is being reconfigured from being 6 episodes to 4 episodes. Now, originally I had heard 6, but then later on I'd heard 4. So that to me is kind of weird. I'd heard the 4-episode thing before, so this just kind of feels like it's not new news. It feels like it's old news. Now, saying it's unclear when the show would ramp up again, although insiders stress that McGregor remains attached to Star and Chow remains as a director. Disney had no comment. The development follows social media rumors a week ago that the series was canceled. Those posts proved a bit premature, but it did expose the series was facing problems. But it didn't expose anything because there was no confirmation. There was no confirmation. There was nothing that was confirmed. Even this isn't confirmed. This is our sources say. And I don't want to sit there and pull the my sources are better than your sources card. I think that's kind of lame. And this is Hollywood Reporter. They do have a lot more insight and insider information overall. But I still look at this and it says like it did expose the series is facing problems. But that's not accurate because there was no confirmation. No one said anything officially. It was all rumor and speculation and hyperbole. So what the hell is it? Now, saying it's unclear why scripts became an issue so late in the process. One source said the Kenobi story treaded similar ground as Mandalorian, seeing the Jedi Master lending a protective hand to a young Luke, and perhaps even a young Leia, perhaps mirroring how the Mandalorian took Baby Yoda under his protective custody. And I don't think that would have. I think if it would have been a young Luke storyline, people would have been a little bit on the furious side, considering that we saw in A New Hope that Luke had not met Kenobi. Kenobi knew of Luke, but there wasn't like that whole "I've looked over you" sort of thing. And then, otherwise there's, they did say here that they want to kind of like show their cred. So they say here, in 2017, THR broke the news that Disney and Lucasfilm were developing a spinoff to be directed by Oscar winner Stephen Daldry, but those plans were scrapped after the poor performance of Solo: A Star Wars Story. And the truth of the matter is, like, I've heard that's that was confirmed by the writer, who I think was also Hussein Amini. I think he was also the writer on that project, and he maybe just adapted his storyline from the Obi-Wan movie into the other. I don't know. I have no idea, but I'll tell you what I find to be fascinating. I find to be fascinating the reveal for Obi-Wan coming in from Disney Plus, the Disney Plus event in Anaheim at D23, when we had this 2 minutes of Ewan McGregor on stage, and really just listen to what is being said here. Just listen to what Kathy says. And again, this is why I feel some of this feels like it might be a little bit on the BS side. So let's listen to what she says here.
It feels so nice. It's been 4 years of saying, well, I don't know, we've been talking, or maybe if they call me, I'd be happy. But now I can say, yes, we're going to do it.
And I will also tell you, we are really close. We have all the scripts written. We are ready to start shooting next year. We could not be more excited. So, can't wait to start production. And we have our Obi-Wan. Thank you for this great gift.
See, right there, she says, we've been working on it for 4 years. Ewan says he's been hiding it for 4 years. They've been talking about it for 4 years. They make the announcement at D23. They say all scripts are written and we're going to go into production early next year, which means that at that point, the studio space had been rented, this case being Pinewood Studios London. The director had already been chosen. That was Deborah Chow. We found that out pretty quickly afterward. And all the other stuff was getting in place. All the stuff was getting put together. Everything was coming together. So when they say that that the scripts are the problem, that the story is the problem, none of it makes any sense. Because this would have been announced while Mandalorian was already in post-production, meaning that the Baby Yoda connection, all those things would have actually been 100% covered, would have been 100% talked about, would have been 100% known about internally at Lucasfilm. It's why I have trouble believing this. When you've got a multitude of stories coming out saying that this show has been canceled or the show's been put on hold, and they're saying stuff between fallout over scripts, there's the brush fire, just saying that the series itself is in trouble. And Hollywood Reporter saying like the early social media rumors proved to be inaccurate, or they expose a problem with the series when providing no factual evidence to suggest that even happened, considering that when you look at the sources that it goes back to, the sources come in as being extremely suspect and not even necessarily valid. No one from Lucasfilm or Disney had said a thing. Now, look, people out there are going to go like, okay, Matt, Hollywood Reporter. And this is where I'm thinking like, yeah, maybe there's some accuracy here. Hollywood Reporter is not a small outlet, a small thing. They're a big, big, big trade. People pay attention to them. What they report generally tends to be true. But there is so much confusion and so much conflicting information surrounding the show over the span of the last week that I cannot, in good faith and in good conscience, actually sit there and support practically any of it. So we have to wait and see what the hell is going on. We have to wait and see if anything from Disney's being said, and we have to wait and see whether or not Ewan McGregor or Kathleen Kennedy or hell, even like Pablo Hidalgo come out and say something at this point. Give us something that we can hold on to, something that we can stick to, that we know for certain. But then again, right before the release of Solo, they had announced the Boba Fett movie. Solo crashed and burned, and they didn't talk about it again until a long time later when it was just basically, quietly confirmed that it was canceled. But this is not the Boba Fett movie. This is something that was in active pre-production. It is entirely different. It is not at all the same thing, which is why I am definitely curious to see what the hell's going to be happening next. And of course, I want to know your thoughts and your opinions. Do you think this is real? Do you think this is fake? Do you think this is other? Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Hey, thank you very much for watching the video. If you want to keep the conversation going, and if you've made it this far, you clearly do, come on in and join the Discord. Link is in the video description. Can't wait to see you there. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.